My girlfriend lied about her age. I wish it was only by a few years. Me and my girlfriend have been dating for a while now, long enough for marriage to be considered. At least it used to be considered. Now, I just have no idea. We met when I was 20 and she was 19. We recently celebrated our third anniversary with a night out on the town, grabbing a few drinks and sitting down at one of those nice fancy restaurants we'd always wanted to visit. Overall, the night was perfect. Candlelit dinner, expensive wine, typical romance with some great lovemaking to end the night. Little did I know it would be the last normal night of our relationship. I woke up the next morning with a sense of nostalgia. After the night we had, plus the idea of marriage floating around in my head, I decided I wanted to recollect together. She had been in the shower while I lay in bed, and she stayed there long enough for me to decide to reminisce on my own. At first, I was just looking through old pictures on my phone. Our first date, our first kiss, our anniversary photos. I'm a memory guy, what can I say? Anyway, as I kept scrolling, I remembered something. Back when she moved in, my girlfriend had brought a bunch of old pictures from when she was younger. She kept them in our attic, and neither of us had ever thought to look through them together. I'd shown her my old pictures plenty of times, even the ones I was embarrassed of. If I'm being honest, I kind of got a little peeved when I realized she hadn't returned the gesture. I realize now that she wasn't embarrassed by the photos. She was actually hiding them from me. I climbed the ladder to the attic and shifted through a bunch of old boxes until I found the one that my girlfriend had brought with her all those months ago. I blew the dust off the box and began sifting through the photos. The ones on top were perfectly normal. Polaroids she'd taken back at her parents' house, some selfies with her and her girlfriends, the typical stuff. However, as I dug deeper, I grew more and more concerned. The Polaroids stopped having color. My girlfriend stayed the same, but the photographs began to look decades old. Some were of her propped up against a jukebox. Some were of her at civil rights protests. Hell, one was just her leaning up against the hood of an old muscle car from back in the day. She seemed to be looking through me in every single photo. Each photo looked grainier than the last. Her clothes changed. Her hair changed. Her style as a whole changed. Her face did not. It looked like she wasn't aging at all. I figured it was some kind of art thing, some experimental stuff she was doing. I wanted to believe that maybe she had just been using a different camera. But the numbers written on each picture were enough to make me second guess myself. 2000, 1990, 1980, 1970. All the way to the last picture with the numbers 1947 written across the bottom. Part of me wanted to laugh, but another part of me was utterly terrified. Not by the pictures themselves, but by the birth certificate that dated back to August 9th, 1912. As I stared at the date, my heart sank, not by what I was seeing, but by the sound of the shower water stopping and the bathroom door opening slowly, before my girlfriend's voice sang out. Honey, you're not looking at those old pictures, are you?